because I have 2 degrees and I can walk into a room and you can't take my stripes from me. I have to present as I am for who coming after me. You know what I'm saying? You remember being a kid and they was telling you like, don't go get all them tattoos.
Yeah.
Cause ain't nobody gonna hire you. Go to work now. See
Look who they
everybody get the
hiring.
tattoos.
Yeah.
Old sleeve. You don't think nothing about it now.
Yeah.
But we still scared of a young black man in corporate America.
Hello there. My name is Ade Ronke, and this is the Grad Connect. Thank you so much for tuning in for yet another episode. As you know, here at the Grad Connect, we're always talking about fulfillment, finding our purpose, and being in alignment. And today, I want to have a conversation about what I think so many of us are experiencing, which is being a multi-hyphenate. This is really the year of doing so many things. This is the year of balancing purpose with priorities and responsibilities. So today I am going to welcome a really, really special guest. He is an artist, currently very, very popular in the city of Detroit and around the world if you really know your stuff, but he's also an engineer. So today we're going to get into a really interesting conversation about how to balance work and purpose. Please welcome Dave Hill. Hello, Dave. How art thou?
I'm blessed.
All right. All right. It's a good day. It's a good day. I'm here with another technician. I'm very excited. Okay. So, want to chat with you today. First of all, thank you so much for being here. Like, I know you have a bunch going on, like doing so many great things, of course. And so thank you so much for taking the time out to chat with me, to chat with us, to share with this audience. And I'm excited to learn from you.
Whatever I can.
Humble. I like it. Okay. So why don't we start here? First off, just tell me, what are you doing right now? What are you up to? What does life look like? I know. And exhale.
My life going a mile a minute right now because I'm firing on all cylinders.
Okay.
So I'm career wise. Let me not say career wise. Job wise.
Job wise.
I am a software engineer for a startup company out in Rochester.
Okay.
Boom. So I'm doing that. That's my 9 to 5. That's what keep all my bills paid and my kids fed.
Mm-hmm.
Immediately after that, I'm an entrepreneur. I actually own a recording studio with another technician.
Okay.
You remember Vic?
Yep. I see y'all. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, him and I own the recording
studio. I'm going to come book a session.
Yeah.
For real.
Yeah, that's it. So him and I own a recording studio together.
Okay.
So I work 8 to 5, and it's like an hour to get back to the crib, but that hour commute, by the time 6 o'clock hits, somebody done already reached out to me. They want to start recording at 6 o'clock. So I'm a software engineer at work, then I'm a recording engineer in my studio. But I'm also an artist. Mm-hmm. So when I'm not recording others, I'm recording myself.
Of course.
I'm a father. Yeah. 2 amazing boys.
Wow.
I take care of my family.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I'm kind of all over the place.
Yeah.
And right now, what's taking the bulk of my time is me being an artist, which was actually my dream anyway. Yeah. So everything else was to support the cause of me becoming a successful recording artist.
Wow. And so, first of all, I love how you laid that out, but I think most people, you know, who are aware of you probably know you for your artistry. Mm-hmm. So it's actually amazing to know that you have so many other things going on. Like you're an engineer, you're also an entrepreneur, which is super dope. And of course, you're a father and family man, which we get to see a little bit of online sometimes. Yeah. And it's really beautiful. And so I guess for you, balancing it all, because you've been doing this for a while, like you mentioned, it's another exhale. We're gonna need a moment of silence for your lack of free time. But like prioritizing that, right? Because you said like in addition to all of this, you're an artist, but I'm assuming your artistry is what matters the most to you.
Yeah.
How are you blocking that time?
It's like
Because
number
work
two.
hours, okay, it's work number 2.
My kids, paramount.
Of course, of
Right,
course.
right after them is my dreams, which is artistry.
Yeah. And so when you think about your career, right? Like if you had to say like, this is what I do you lead with the artistry piece or do you lead with the engineering piece? What do you feel about?
Most people don't know I have a job.
Okay. Yeah.
So I lead with artistry.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I'm not that I'm ashamed of my job.
Of
but
course
it's just
not.
when people see me, that's not what that's not what people came here for.
Yeah.
I give you the answer you wanted to. If I was at a career fair, I would tell you like, no, I'm a software engineer. But the bulk of my people I meet outside, out and about, I have no incentive to tell you that.
Yeah.
I go to work. I got to be to work tomorrow.
Yes. And so with that, how are you balancing that, right? Because we were talking a minute ago. You just came from a show a few days ago in Pontiac. You had a show before that. You were out of state before that. How does that work with a steady work day?
It doesn't.
Hybrid.
And I am hybrid.
Okay, amen. Amen to that. We got a little bit of a cushion. Okay.
But my hybrid ain't even like the best type of hybrid. No shade to my kid, but
Yeah.
I work from home Tuesday and Thursday.
Okay.
I go in the office every other day.
Yeah.
Monday, Wednesday, Friday. So like, it's no balancing.
Yeah.
In my mind, it's do you want it or do you not? Because if you think you about to have some type of balance, you're not. I don't imagine that happening for me with all the things on my plate right now.
Yeah.
It's the trickiest tightrope I ever did in my life.
Wow.
Like at any given, a smooth wind can knock me over at any given moment. But by the graces of God, I'm still standing.
You're okay. Wow. I've been thinking about that so much lately because there's so many things I want to do. And like every time I look at my calendar, I try to tell myself only 4 things total, like work, projects, whatever, only 4. But then there's always something else that I'm like, I really, really feel like I need to or want to, or, I work, I'm trying to take care of my body. That's a thing to me. I'm trying to do my projects. Okay. You feel it?
I'm feeling that.
We're going to get you back there, friend. We're going to get you back there. But, balancing all those things. And I keep saying like, okay, Ronka, it's only so many hours in the day. So just sacrifice.
I love how you say your name.
You do?
Yeah.
Okay, good. I like saying it like that. Yeah.
That's how it's supposed to be said.
Exactly. Ronka is my name.
I like it.
Yes. Okay. But yeah, like, so I have been balancing that and being like, just let something go, girl, it's fine. But like, when I hear you say, it's like, no, actually, it's just a tight season and that's okay. And I have to tell myself that like, there will be a point where you have a little bit more of a leeway, but it's tight right now. And it's progressively gotten tighter the older I've gotten. Because I remember being right post-grad, all I had was a job in the gym at the end of the day. And I was like, oh my God. And now like it's 10 times more things. I'm like, it's just going to keep getting harder. You just got to get more coordinated. Yeah. My question to you is, first of all, if you had to put a date on how long you've been working on your dream, like with artistry, like being an artist, when do you feel like is your start date for that? Because we all know, people, 1, 2, 3, they start saying some things, they start rhyming. When do you feel like was like your kickoff day? Like, I'm really doing this.
I'm in my 20th hour. This my 20th year doing music.
Wow.
Like this, it's such a crazy thing to say, but I've honestly been making music since I was 13, 14 years old.
Wow.
So I've been making music for as long as you've known who I was.
Exactly. Yeah, and that's why I say I only know you as an artist.
Yeah.
That is amazing. And I mean, kudos to you for keeping the dream alive for that long. But at the same point, I want to know how did you keep it alive for that long? Because like, we know high school, like we all come out bright-eyed, bushy-tailed. We have these dreams and goals. And for 20 years, you've been working on this. What has been your motivation to keep going and keep evolving as you're going through these other life transitions?
It's the only place that felt like home to me. Like, I grew an infatuation and love for music at a very early age. And then this is why I might touch on it more and more as we progress. It's, do you want it or not?
Yeah.
A lot of things we think we want, but you're not truly willing to sacrifice for it.
Yeah.
You don't want it that bad. A wise man once told me that nobody can put a price high enough on something that you want. If you want it bad enough, you're going to make it happen. If you want a Benz, you're going to figure out how to get you a Benz.
Yeah.
You're not going to look at the price ticket and be like, out of my price range, I'm about to figure it out.
Yeah.
So, and that's really how it boils down. Do you want it or not? I sacrifice so much for it to exist.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I can put my kids to sleep at 9 o'clock, and because they got to go to school in the morning. And, you know, give my parameters. I talk to my mom, like, hey, can the boys sleep here? And I go to the studio.
Yeah.
And I'm making my music. But I've sustained it because it's where I feel most whole.
Right.
I want it more than so many other things that I'm willing to sacrifice this, that, and I'm willing to sacrifice my sleep. I'm willing to sacrifice my sanity at some point in time. You know what I'm saying? Like, whatever I got to do to get me closer to the finish line.
Yeah.
So it's just a lot of compromise, a lot of sacrifice. I put a lot of things in the balance for to be in the position that I'm in right now.
Yeah.
And some things tough, some things I wish I didn't have to put in the balance, but we here now, and I'm playing the cards that I was dealt.
And so take me back to the moment where you kind of weighed these things. Because I think for anybody who does something great, right, like artistry, there's always this point where you really come face to face with them. They're asking yourself, like, what are you willing to do? So what did that moment look like for you?
I've reached this point at a couple different points in my life. So boom, first time, 18. When we're all graduating high school, we're going to college, I'm recognizing that I'm leaving the city. I'm leaving the guys that I make music with. We all going to our individual universities or separate universities. And even the guys that didn't go to college, they staying back in the city. I'm not going to be able to come back here, realizing that I would have to take this journey on my own. And I elected that I'm still going to make music while I'm in college. I packed up my equipment. I'm going to make it while I'm in school. That's one where I really had to, am I about to continue doing this or am I not? Boom. So I kept going through college. But I always promised myself that I always found myself back in a predicament where, damn, this is the only place where I feel good. You know what I'm saying? Not the only place, but like, I love being in these spaces, the studio, and then that creative spirit, that creative mode. So when I graduated college, you know what I'm saying? Once I felt like I got my parents out the way, you know what I'm saying?
Made them happy.
Yeah.
Yeah, they can leave alone.
Yeah, they can hang their hat knowing that, you know, you raised your boy well. He got his degree. You ain't gonna never have to worry about him and how he can't fend for himself.
Yeah.
At least that's what I thought.
Yeah.
They sold us a dream. The reality they gave us is not the reality.
No, not at all. No.
That's a separate entity. That's a separate conversation.
That's part 2, y'all.
Yeah. But so I had that moment of realization after I graduated college where it's just like, I'm back in the city. Let me do what I really want to do. Yeah. I'm making money. My parents are satisfied. I can do what I want to do in my spare time.
Yeah.
What I want to, and I filled that time with making music. And it was working for a little bit, but I'm really just doing enough to fulfill myself. Where things got really colossal is when I had my first son. I had my first son when I was 25. And I watched him be born. When they sat him in the bassinet, I looked at my boy, and I'm just like, "Yep." I walked out the room to go tell my mom, who was waiting in the lobby, like, your first grandson born.
Yeah.
David Jr.
Wow.
In that time, I made it up in my mind that I have to pursue my dreams, which is music, because I don't ever want to preach to my boys, you can do anything you want to do. You can just chase your dreams. We got fed that by people that didn't chase their dreams.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So when I go present my case to my boys, when we're reviewing, when we're going over the files, when I'm talking to my boys,
yeah,
I did that.
I did what I said.
So looking at my son made me realize, like, I gotta go get it because he needs to know that it's possible.
Yeah.
That was enough fuel to
keep you going.
Yeah, keep me going.
That is so beautiful. Yeah. And I tell you, Dave, like, I don't even have kids yet, but it is something that keeps me going and keeps my fire going, knowing that obviously I want to have kids one day, but I think the same thing. I'm like, if I'm not doing that, because my parents told me that like chase your dreams and stuff, and and I feel like when I say that, I am the kind of person that if I'm dishonest about something, it's gonna eat me up inside. So to look at my child and say like you can do anything you want, knowing that like I chickened out, is gonna be hard. So that's why I'm like every day I'm like I don't care imposter syndrome whatever, I'm pushing myself to do the things because you don't want to carry that guilt. You know what I'm saying? You've been doing this for so long. You that motivation has grown for you. With all of that, how do you feel like your artistry has changed from your point of view, right? The viewers are they from the audience has a point of view and a perspective and they're seeing how things change. But from your side, like with the intention behind how you create music, how do you feel like it's changed from those early years till now?
The maturity in my music is like a key indicator. The music I'm making now is more true to myself than it's ever been before. Like at some point in time when I started making music, when I started making music, it was the showmanship of it. Like I could put together I could put together this sequence of phrases. It don't matter if it don't matter how closely it relate to what I'm really experiencing in life, even though I'm touching on things that I've seen with my eyes, you know what I'm saying? But like I'm trying to say the sweetest thing possible. Now I'm saying things that impact me. I reached a point in my life where I stopped making music for other people and started making music for me.
I love that.
And for anybody who's attempting to make music, that's always my biggest advice. Don't make music for nobody but yourself.
Yeah.
And because at the end of the day, make music because you love it.
Yeah.
Not because you want to be successful at it.
Yeah.
Make it because you love it and let the success surround it. Like if you can make music and put food on the table, you're successful. We gotta change our idea of what success looks like. We think success is Drake.
Yeah.
Well, really, it's a person out here that played a bass on somebody's stage.
Yeah.
His family living in luxury. He not on the road all the time. He with his folks.
Yeah.
He making his living doing what he loves. There's so many other ways. There's so many more than one way to skin a cat in that regard.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
I veered off.
No, I mean, I think you really hit, you got to what I was trying to get to, which is how do you know, like, when your artistry is serious, like when the art you're creating is serious, right? Because it's like you mentioned, it's like, it's not only about the success.
Yeah.
And I think like, I guess we'll touch on like, how do you separate? Like if someone came up to you like, hey, here's a mixtape I made, how would one know like I'm an artist versus like this is a hobby? Like this is something I should really, really pursue and like really dedicate myself to versus this is a hobby.
Nobody on the outside can gauge that for you. It's 100% internal.
Yeah.
And because success in music is like getting struck by a lightning bolt.
Yeah.
It was about the same chances as the young boy who loved hooping and probably never gonna see the NBA.
Yeah.
Or probably will see the NBA. You know what I'm saying? But you give your cool points to the guys who take their love for the game and transform it into something that they can still use so they can still love the game.
Yeah.
It's a dude that never was able to succeed in actual basketball, but now he coach kids.
Yeah.
Now he fostering the growth of the next LeBron. You know what I'm saying? Because he understood his limitations, but he loved it so much that I still wanted to be involved in this realm. You know what I'm saying? It's really just how much you love it. It's all internal. So let's say I make music. Let's say it does nothing.
Yeah.
I love it enough that I'm gonna foster the growth in somebody else. I own a recording studio. It's not it's more than one way to skin a cat. I'm musically involved. For one way or the other. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But we warp our minds to think that success looks this way.
Yeah.
So if I'm making music, I've grown and I've learned that I can win at this a multitude of ways.
Yeah.
So I've done things like write for artists. I don't got to be the person in front of the camera. Sometimes you need to be the person behind it. Yeah. But you're still involved. Yeah. You still get to see what's going on. I've been behind the scenes. I've been on the scene. Yeah. But like, to answer your question, it's all internal. You want it, go get it. Yeah. And you know when it's more than a hobby when you love it enough to pursue it more than a hobby.
Yeah.
When it's that when your driving force is I just got to do this.
Yeah.
Would you do it for free? I rapped for ages and not a nickel came in.
Yeah.
That's how much I loved it. I wasn't depending on whether the money was coming in. I ran in the red for years.
Yeah.
It might be a long time before I'm in the green actually, and I'm making money with it. You see what I'm saying?
Still building back.
Yeah, my sunk costs, them joints is through.
Yeah.
But
It's
you know
you do it for what you love.
yeah.
Yeah.
You love it enough, go for it. That's when you know that it's no longer a hobby. You just need to figure out how you fit in it.
And I think this is so important because when we talk about sustainability and being able to do what you love, right? That's when this thing comes into play. It's like being a working artist. And like that literally was my next thing is like, well, what if you make something and nothing happens? But it's true. Like if you care about it enough, doing the thing, making the art is the payment. You know what I'm saying?
Happened for you.
It happened already. Like you already got what you needed. Like
Right.
people receiving it is not the thing that matters. It's you releasing what's inside your soul.
Yeah.
So I love that. But then when we think about like surviving, right? Because some people go all in. You know what I'm saying? Like if you want to be Beyonce, some people move into Cali. You know what I'm saying? And so how do you because like when you work and you do your artistry, I don't know if you've ever felt this, but like sometimes you deal with like the little thing on your head like, oh, you're not for real because you're not going to debt, you're not grinding. You know what I'm saying? It's like if you get a job, it's like, oh, she's not serious. So like, have you ever felt like that? And then if you did, how did you quiet that?
I most certainly felt it.
Okay.
And I quit my job.
Please don't quit your job. Would you recommend quitting?
This where it gets tricky. This where it gets tricky.
No, don't quit your job.
I don't recommend anybody quitting, but I 100% needed to do it.
Yeah, you did.
I 100% needed to do it because I needed to see how far I can stretch my wings. And I was never going to do it with the comfort of getting my check every 2 weeks. I was never going to, nothing, necessity drives the world.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It would have never been necessary for me to stretch that far.
Yeah.
Or to even know I could stretch that far with the comfort of me getting my check every 2 weeks.
Yeah.
So
you had to cut it. You had to drop your crutches, essentially.
yeah.
Yeah.
I had to drop the crutches
Dang.
and learn to walk.
That's scary, though.
But I learned to walk. I learned to walk on my own. I was out here, no job, just doing it on my own.
Yeah.
But then I gained a new respect for work. Like, you know what? Full-time entrepreneurship is crazy.
Yeah.
You know, there ain't no PTO in that world. Ain't no days off. You think because you mold your own schedule that it means something? No. You at the mercy of everybody because you don't know when your next money coming. You never have a day off. You always on alert. Even if you have a day off, you feel bad about having a day off because I ain't making no money today.
Yikes.
Yeah, ain't no like I'm just my check coming.
Yeah, no check is coming.
It's the trickiest bag to be in.
You eat what you kill.
Yeah. I had to eat what I killed. And once you realize you eat what you kill, you realize that you got to go hunt every day.
Yeah.
And if you're not ready to work every single day, stay with your job. Stay with your job and maximize the time you got after your job to do what you got to do.
Yeah.
To feel yourself, to feel full at the end of the day.
Yeah.
Until you got something that you can really like hang your hat on, like, nah, this cool. I could just do this. It's enough money for me.
Yeah.
If you're not a fan of hunting every day,
yeah,
go to work.
So probably until what I always say, because I've tried a few things, Lord knows, I done been in that entrepreneur bag. I'm probably still in it. But what I think my rule of thumb has always been until you actually turn $1 from whatever that thing is that you want to do, you need to stay put. Because I feel like there's so many imaginative things we can think and plan and believe, but until you actually start seeing that money come in, you kind of got to stay afloat. Because the worst thing is to launch something and then this doesn't do what you want to do, and now you're just like in a really bad position.
Yeah.
So, but I mean, do you feel like when you did, step away from work, did you feel more valid, like as an artist? Like, did you feel like, all right, I'm really like, what did it do for you besides the extra time?
It was a rich feeling. Like, yeah, I'm doing this. Like, yeah,
I'm a rapper, y'all.
Yeah. I'm a rapper, and I'm only a rapper.
I'm only a rapper.
I ain't telling nothing. Like, I
Yeah.
don't gotta not tell you I work.
Yeah.
Because this is my work. No.
Mm-hmm.
But it was poor.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
wait a minute.
It's like, count them shit.
Hold on. I just had life figured out. I quit the job. So, but like, I had already turned $1. I was already making money off music. So turning $1 is cool. Don't quit your job until what you're doing can. If you live your life on $100,000, don't quit your job until your entrepreneurship make you 200.
He said 2.
No,
what's wrong with 1?
Don't match it. Don't match it.
Okay.
Don't match it because your entrepreneurship money ain't guaranteed. It ain't guaranteed.
It's gonna be a rainy day.
Yeah, if you live your life on 100, your entrepreneurship need to make 2 because it's for you to. You gotta leave some wiggle room. With your job, your economic floor is way higher than when it is when you entrepreneurship. Your financial floor when you got a job is your paycheck. Yeah. You ain't got no extras, but you never going below this. Boom. So no matter,
it's safe.
If you let your safety net, that's what it is. Your safety net is your job. Yeah. When you don't have that, there is no floor. You will smack the ground. There's nothing stopping you from going kaplat. Yeah. So
play it. You gotta think.
You gotta go so lofty to quit to get rid of your security net. Cause you need more time during that fall to adjust yourself. Yeah. If you play it too close to where you was at in your job, you will hit the ground. Yeah. And have to reset.
A lot to think about.
Yeah.
A lot to think about. There has to be balance. That's just what I tell myself. Like, and I think. I mean, it's okay to have a job. You know what I'm saying?
I work now.
Yeah. Back on you working again.
I left my job, went back. I gained a new appreciation for it. You know what I'm saying? I got kids. I can't afford to hit the ground.
I can't play those games.
I need my safety net. You know what I'm saying? Like, I can't let my kids go hungry for nothing.
Yeah.
My dreams or anybody else's. You know what I'm saying? So they didn't go hungry when I didn't have my job. Yeah. But boy, was it some days where I was like, I don't know how I'm about to figure it out. I figured it out 10 times out of 10. Yeah. But having to figure it out was such my cortisol levels was crazy. Yeah. It's just all stress. It wasn't enough peace in that world.
And I think that's one of the things that I feel like I'm navigating in this season is having that knowledge and being okay with it. And I think that's maturity, is realizing that it's okay. Like, you don't have to, you know what I'm saying? You don't have to do things. It's okay to work smarter, not harder. Right? So it's like, if you know that you can balance 2, I was just talking to somebody like this, like, we don't get degrees for nothing. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you've already put the work in, and I know you said you have multiples, right? Like, you have low masters. So it's like, why not benefit from that while also doing your other thing? But then also, you have entrepreneurship, right? Because you mentioned that you own the studio. So were you intentional about making your side hustle something that's related to your artistry? Okay. Yeah. Talk about what kind of led you to that decision.
So I was operating a recording studio out of my home, not necessarily for the public, more so just for me and the guys that I would call close friends that I'm making music with. It no longer could exist in my basement. So I really moved out of my basement under the guise that me and my close friends and people I make music with could have somewhere where we could retreat, where we could call home, that doesn't interfere with my lady at the time, my 2 kids at the time. You know what I'm saying? My 1 kid at the time, it evolved into 2.
That's how it is. That's all it is.
Yeah, that was friction. You trying to build a studio, I'm trying to build a home.
I know.
So you gotta get up out of there.
You can't be banging the drums and this kid's having bedtime stories. That's not gonna work. Yeah. So you had to expand. It came out of necessity.
I had to get out. It can't. Nothing happens outside of necessity.
I'm gonna really write that down. I feel like that's like a business term that you're dropping. Is that what that is? Yeah, like you're right. Nothing happens outside of necessity.
Necessity make the world go around.
Yeah. Yeah.
They wouldn't have made the cotton gin if you feel what I'm saying.
Yeah.
So much stuff just wouldn't happen if the other. What did Henry Ford say? I'll think of it later.
Okay. I love it. So, well, let me ask you this then now, because, you know, you are in a different place, you know what I'm saying, mentally with your artistry. We talked about maturing and now it's different from when you started. And, you know, obviously like we're watching you take off and it's a beautiful thing to see. And so where you are now, right? This, because you've been doing this for 20 years. And I imagine, you know, we all watch Lil Bow Wow. So people come up thinking like, oh, when I'm 16, I'm gonna be on MTV, BET, you know what I'm saying? And so now that it's coming a little bit later on than that 16. How do you think you're more equipped to handle it now than had you gotten this same level of accomplishment when you were a teenager?
I would have fumbled it early.
You think you would have fumbled?
I would have fumbled it early. I wouldn't have been prepared. Mm-hmm. Like, as much as I thought I was prepared, I wasn't.
Yeah.
All of life's hurdles that I've had to jump over, all of the times that I fell down, I had to pick myself back up and dust my legs off and lick my wounds, prepare me for the space that I'm entering.
Yeah.
So when I get in these rooms, no, you can't talk to me any kind of way.
That's important.
You can't
cheat you.
You can't cheat me. You can't just offer me that. Mm-hmm. And that's also a major key.
Yeah.
That's also why having a job is so important.
Yes.
Because I got a job and I have money, I can't just walk it. You can't just offer me tools and fuels.
Yeah.
I could work tomorrow and still figure it out.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So the work that I'm putting in when a bag, if I ever decide to sign to a major record label or anything like that, the bag got to make so much sense.
Yeah.
Because I'm not signing for anything that I got to go back to work for.
Yeah.
If I got to go back to work, I might as well not do it.
Yeah.
And so much like if I make $100,000 right now, my record label need to be at least 2.
Yeah.
Because if it ain't 2, I'm too close to the ground.
Yeah. And it's like, and this is so important because I feel like so many people think like they're in a worse position now to launch their artistry or do whatever they want to do because like we're older and it's like, oh, I'm not, you know what I'm saying, fresh. And it's like, but there's so many pros of having these things like at this time, because like you mentioned, like that wisdom and of having a whole base on your own, right?
Yeah.
Like not only are you financially stable, but you have a fan base already. Mm-hmm. So they really can't play with you.
Hey.
And so, I mean, even like what artists, even like how times have changed, how do you feel about that? Like back in the day, you used to be like, well, I hope I get discovered, you know what I'm saying? And now it's like, you build it on your own. Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
Pull yourself up from your bootstraps.
Yeah.
And make it happen.
Yeah.
Right? And then it goes back to how bad do you want it? Mm-hmm. And in the 90s when people it was a hope and a dream. Like, yeah. You could want it bad, but the facilities wasn't set up for you. Mm-hmm. Like now, you can go get some equipment to record from 10 minutes up the road. Yep. Take it home, plug it into the laptop that you do your schoolwork off of, and record when you want to. Yeah. The resources are available to you. You can do whatever you so please right now. Yeah. Do you want it? Yeah. And if you want it, you sure? Mm-hmm. You sure this is what you want to do? Mm-hmm. Then do it. Yeah. Because there's really no excuse anymore. Nothing. Nothing. You can't say like, oh, I didn't, da-da-da. The internet puts you in front of the world. The equipment is cheap down the street. Mm-hmm. There's no reason, yeah. Put them together. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And so how do you, and I think all artists have to deal with this, right? But how do you remain content? Like with the life that you've essentially built for yourself. How do you remain content at that? Knowing I'm from a real ghetto. Okay. I ain't come up with no paper for real. Mm-hmm. And in this current point in time in my life, I make more than my mom and dad made together. Yeah. And you can adjust for inflation too, and I still make more than they made joint. Yeah. I was happier when I was poor. Mm. As a kid, I never knew any of that existed. You know what I'm saying? So I know happiness exists even when the clouds is out. You know what I'm saying? Even when the sun ain't shining, I know happiness can still exist. Mm-hmm. It's just find it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So that's how I remain content. I remain content in this battle because I've seen how ugly it can really get. This ain't nearly as ugly as it can get.
Yeah.
So we here.
Yeah.
Unless I gotta go do that, I'm straight.
Yeah. The fact that you have remained dedicated for this amount of time, I think, is a testament to your artistry, because so many people get started early, and when that rocket ship doesn't take off in a day or a year, it's like, oh. But this, being able to see you grow, has really been a beautiful thing.
You ever seen a picture with people with the two guys and they digging in the
cave,
look for diamonds, and it's like this much left, and dog quit and walk back. If you would have just kept going and look, you never know how far away you are.
Yeah.
But when you hear the phrase, you never know how far away you are, you immediately think that it could be a mile up the road. No, it could be smack in front of you.
Yeah.
You got to accept, never knowing is not knowing is, I don't know if the next hit gonna get it.
Yeah.
Or the next, or I need 1,000 more.
Yeah.
Do you want it bad enough to hit it 1,000 more times?
Yeah. Yeah.
And you gonna mess around and find yourself in a place where it's one. Boom. Like, hold on. That looked like the diamond over
there. Yeah.
It's made it.
Yeah. Sounds like the journey is the destination. That's what I feel.
The journey is the destination.
Yeah.
Or, are you familiar with the 7 Spiritual Laws of Success?
No, tell me.
I read that book read this book called The 7 Spiritual Laws of Success.
Okay.
By Deepak Chopra. Okay. And it really paint that picture for you.
Yeah.
About don't be so invested in the and I don't want to misquote it. Keep your mind on the destination, not the path. Growth ain't linear. If you think you're about to go straight up, it's not about to happen. Yeah. Keep your mind on the destination. You might go all the way down first before you even start ascending. But so many people think because I ain't trekking upward at all times that it's a failure.
You know, there are things that you want, right? And as a person, right? We all want the things. We all want love. We all want family. We all want these things. But as artists, we have a love and a dedication to our artistry, which sometimes makes us have to pursue things on our own. So how do you balance the things that you've always wanted, you know, like spending time with your family, all those things, the new things that come up, while still being dedicated to your artistry? Because I remember earlier you said like the boys are number one and then it's your artistry, but artistry is who you are. So how do you balance that?
Truthfully, what that means is it's the boys, then myself. My artistry is me. Like it's all engulfed into one. But my boys go before me because if ever poised with the position, I lay my life down so my boys can flourish. Yeah, that's what I mean. Like it's my boys, then my artistry. It's the boys, and then my pursuit of self. Yeah. Because they innocent in this regard. You know what I'm saying? Like they don't deserve to feel the plight of what's going on.
Of course.
In my pursuit of my dreams, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. But but when you understand what's the most important, you move accordingly. You know what I'm saying? So my kids, so for example, I was en route to Philly. I went to an event with Westside Gun, DJ Drama. Westside Gun did a wrestling event, and me and Bodie James hit the road, went down there. That was my son's championship game, his basketball game, and I was posed with the question of, do I miss this opportunity, this once in a lifetime opportunity, or do I go to his game? My son is gonna have more games. Yeah, this is a once in a lifetime opportunity. But what I did was I went on a trip and I missed my son's game, and it hurt me to do so. But I watched my son's entire game. All 3 of them straight in the car driving to Philly on my iPhone. I had my family go in and represent for me, be there for me in my stead. And FaceTime. I talked to my boy after every game. I watched him. I watched him score his first basket. Everything. I was right there on the phone. So understanding what's the most important, that's the first thing. Yeah. Because I put my kids, even though I had to go do what I had to do to help us get to where I feel like we're headed, I didn't miss that moment. Yeah. I wasn't there physically, but I was there.
Yeah.
Let my presence be felt in this moment, saying I'm here for you.
Yeah.
But the first step is the real thing is just knowing who you do it for, knowing what you're doing it for. You know what I'm saying, and knowing what's the most important thing.
Yeah.
But that's anything in life.
Yeah.
When you go to work in the morning, you got to prioritize your tasks.
That's true.
I got my tasks prioritized.
Yeah.
My kids are very important to me, so I'm going to show up for them.
And I think it also goes to what you were talking about, like dedication. It's like if you care enough about something, you're going to make it happen. So the fact that you already have the systems in place where you can have people step in if you're not there, like have that community, have this team, even as an artist, when you're going out, like all of that, like you said, is built because you built everything in service of, your main goal is here and of course to take care of your family. So it's like you can have whatever you want if you are willing to, sacrifice and build it. I want to know now, like, obviously you've leveled up in your career, right? We were talking about camera. You were telling me how you started as an intern, and quickly rose up the corporate ladder. So having this talent as an artist, and unfortunately some of the perception with music, and especially with rap music, there's a certain perception that comes with that. But here you are leveling up in the corporate world, clearly demonstrating expertise on both sides. What do you feel like when people, I guess people in your corporate world know the corporate Dave, and then there's this rap Dave over here?
No, I'm me.
You're you everywhere.
I'm me everywhere.
Okay, how does that work though? At the desk.
I don't code switch. None of that.
You're one of those.
I'm the type, I'll go to work dressed like I am right now.
Oh,
I don't sugarcoat it, because we gotta stop allowing. We have to, as a people, we have to stop allowing the others to decide for us what intellect look like.
That's amazing.
What capacity or ability look like. Nah, it's a young man from the hood that can come in here and do this job.
Wow.
And do it well. Yeah. Probably better than some of y'all.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I exude that because and me being a person, because I have 2 degrees and I can walk into a room and you can't take my stripes from me. I have to present as I am for who coming after me. You know what I'm saying? You remember being a kid and they was telling you, like, don't go get all them tattoos. Yeah. Because ain't nobody gonna hire you. Go to work now and see everybody. Look who they hiring. Yeah. Whole sleeve. You don't think nothing about it now. Yeah. But we still scared of a young black man in corporate America. Wow. But that's because when we get in corporate America, we assimilate into something outside of us. I remain myself the whole way through. My whole floor know I make music. Wow. Do I go in there and playing my music and letting them know, like, no, but I make it. Step me in. Right. And when I leave here, what I'm going to go do. Yeah, I'm very open with the fact I own the studio, I make music, I do songwriting, what I'm going to sugarcoat it for. That is me, and I do this. Yeah. A man of many hats. You know what I'm saying? You don't get to put me in a box. Nobody get to put me in a box. I do have 2 degrees. I do make music at a very high level. And who tells me I can't do both? I am from the hood. You know what I'm saying? And if I get a mansion tomorrow, do that mean I wasn't really in the hood? You feel what I'm saying? No. Dang, man, I'm nearly in tears. This is beautiful. Dang, no, seriously, like, wow, that's deep. And you're 100% right. You do both at a high level. And why would anybody ever think you couldn't? Right. Like, that's for what crazy reason? Because for what other reason do you think I couldn't besides I look like I'm from the hood? Yeah. You think intellect ain't in the hood? You think ain't nobody educated in the hood? Wow. We got to change that stigma. And sometimes it ain't sometimes it ain't their fault. They don't know why they think like that. It's been given to them. It's the standard. And I'm just there defying all odds. Ain't no rule book for me. And sometimes it's our fault if we end up cold switching because we allow it. Yeah. You don't go in there showing them your real self. The girl from the hood who was ghetto and heel torn in the middle of the street. Yeah. Go to work and act like that wasn't her. Yeah. No, I go to work like, yeah, that is me. That's exactly me. Wow. Yeah. I walk to the liquor store and got these. I'm eating these same goodies at my desk. I'm trenched out like that. My bag of Vintners You know what I'm saying?
No, you gotta stop with those. That's tearing up your side. You gotta stop the vendors. That's crazy.
That was my exaggeration.
No,
That was
I
my
know what
cap.
you mean.
That was my cap. I don't eat vintners, but
Stop the Takis, y'all.
Man.
Stop it all.
ruining your stuff.
Yeah. That is brilliant. And I think that was my question, is like, how, because that's the problem, right? And I think that's why so many people feel like crippled or imprisoned by like corporate America, because we feel like we have to go in and like put on these suits and like cover ourselves. But I find that I've had the best times in places where I could be my full self. And that's something I lead with now, especially like now I work in education. So like I believe in that. I've always said like I like there were some times whenever I separated from a role, but like that's been my thing, is like I want to be my full self, and if I can't, I don't want to work here. Yeah, because and that's what I'm saying, is like the brilliance that you have in your music translates in your other work. It's like it doesn't turn off somewhere. You know what I'm saying? Like because you have that genius and like you're working on it, exercising, it's gonna show up in everything you do. So I feel like employers should be more supportive of people, doing whatever they do and being their full selves, even like outside of work hours.
And the problem is that in this capitalist society, our people are trained and raised and bred to be workhorses.
Yeah.
So the reason that people with a passion outside of work have a hard time doing so is because there is somebody who does it, who lives and breathes this right here, and they looking for him. They're looking for that person who don't do nothing but what I want you to do. I'm never gonna be him, and when you stumble on him, I'll figure it out. I'll figure it out another.
Yeah, and people need to be okay with that. Yeah. But that's exactly where the pressure comes from. Is that person who lives, breathes, and doesn't go home and texts you on the weekends. Yeah. Like, it doesn't have to be like that.
I'm a software engineer, but I don't live in tech. There is somebody out there, and I know these people who just live in tech. That's what they do for fun. They go home and build side projects.
Yeah.
I don't build no side projects. I go home and I go to the studio and make music.
Yeah.
And when you find that guy that can come in and that's what he live and breathe it, you know what I'm saying? Get him. And then compete for him, because a lot of other people want them to. Me, I'm gonna do the work. I'm come here and get my money, get my bag, go ahead home.
Yeah.
You go ahead and keep playing with dog who live and breathe this. He gonna change. He about to change this whole industry up.
That's true.
And, and have fun being able to pay him what
he's worth. Yeah, when he gets there. I feel like so many people are freed by this, is knowing that like whatever you want to do is still valid. And, even if you're not doing it to a level where it's like, oh, I can stop everything else and do this, like it's still valid, and you can still have multiple interests. You can be an entrepreneur, you can be a whole engineer and still be an artist. Like you don't have to box yourself in. I think that's the most important thing. So what do you feel like that reception has been, and has it always been a positive reception, right? Because here you are in this role where you're clearly excelling, and you're bringing your full self to work. How has that always been the perception? And if not, what caused you to take on this new understanding or this new approach to work?
It wasn't always the understanding, but I always had a desire to be. So before I fully submerged in being myself, I tiptoed into it. I dipped my pinky toe in the water to see how cold it was for real. And then I did that a couple times. And then after a while, it was just like, I jumped in.
Yeah, it's like, I'm going to do what I'm going to do.
I'm showing up as my full self. That's it. I'm laughing and joking and talking junk on the job because that's who I am.
Yeah.
And in the places that I work, they started to realize that it's a benefit.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's a perk for people to show up as themselves. It's a perk to foster a workplace where people from different walks of life feel comfortable being themselves.
Yeah.
That's gonna help this whole community. That's gonna help this whole community, this whole shift out. So when I turn around and I'm laughing and I'm joking, that's cool. It's so much all the way up to the point that is detrimental. And I'm never detrimental to the overall mission of the company, but I'm gonna break the day up. I'm gonna break the monotony up. So being yourself is what make you family. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
When you get with your family, that's where you get to feel your most like this home. You feel what I'm saying? These my loved ones. This is where I was bred at.
Yeah.
So if you're not being yourself, you can't. It's impossible to feel like family.
Yeah.
You ever had people? You spend more time with people at work than you do with your family.
True.
What's the sense of not being yourself in there?
Yeah.
And then if you just so happen not to fit, go somewhere where you
Go somewhere else.
Go
There's
somewhere
tons
where
of
you
places to work.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Go somewhere where you do these 4 walls and these 8 people ain't the end all be all for you.
Yeah.
Go get you another bag somewhere else. Fulfill yourself and be yourself. Be yourself, and then I think it has bled into my creative side too because I never got to turn it off.
Yeah.
I'm in the work office typing code. My Apple Pro Max is on loud. Like I'm at the crib, whammy. Like this is how I work.
Yeah.
But I get my work done though. I work all the way situated, and it's good quality work.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah. Who told you we can't do
Who
both?
told you? And that's what I'm saying, Dave. Like, I think you are so important because, like, I feel like, so many young people feel like if they have this, they don't have to have that, right? Like, oh, I'm gonna be a rapper. I don't care about that math. I'm gonna be this. I don't care about that science. It's like, why can't you do all? Why can't you be excellent everywhere? Like, nobody said you can't rap. You know what I'm saying? But like, why not just be excellent everywhere? And that's something that I try to share with like the young people I work with is like, how you do one thing is how you do everything. So if you are very meticulous about your work, the art that you're creating, you should also be that detailed with the work that you're doing. And there's nothing wrong with that, right? And like having that competency, like the skills and the education you have, that's making you more qualified to enter the rap world. Because this is the other thing that I hate is that people act like if you're a stupid person, you're not going to be a successful artist, right? Those are the ones who get taken advantage of, like the ones who don't read contracts, the ones who don't understand. So like, talk about the importance of actually being smart. Like you need it. You need it to be successful in the music industry.
You absolutely have to.
Yeah.
Especially if you want to do it, if you want to be true to what the music is. Playing an instrument is intelligence.
Yeah.
Even when you strip it down from how lyrical I am, because you don't amass this level of lyricism without some level of intellect.
Exactly. You gotta read a book.
Yeah, you gotta know how to put these words. This ain't by happenstance. I paid attention in English. I know the difference between simile and metaphor and onomatopoeia. I know my poetic devices. This ain't by like I had to understand these principles, and then. Even if you can do it by chance, imagine the power you would hold if you actually knew what you was doing.
Yeah.
Imagine how you could do it if you could actually wield the power. If you knew to use alliteration right here, because what it does to the ear. Imagine what you can do. The things that you've been doing by chance because they just so happen to sound sweet to you. Imagine understanding why they do.
Yeah.
Yeah. Pay attention to it.
Yeah.
If you're passionate about it, and then be a person willing to exude that energy into everything that you're into. Everything that I'm doing, I want to do it to a high enough level.
Yeah.
If I ain't doing it to a high enough level, I'm aspiring to get to a higher level, or this is just something I'm not interested in, so I don't put nothing towards.
Yeah. 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 Whew. Loaded. And I really hope people take that into mind, especially young people, because there's a lot of smoke screens being removed in this day and age. And I think one that has been being removed for a very, very long time is the smoke screen of the music industry. And so as we unpack that and as it becomes more accessible, anybody can be an artist. It's important to equip yourself with that knowledge and not just music, but in any field, right? Like influencer, anything. You gotta know what you're doing. You gotta be more than just talent. You gotta have
a student of the game.
Yeah.
The game is whatever game you're playing, but you must be a student of it.
Yeah.
And if you're not a student of it, you run the risk of just being lost in the sauce.
Yeah.
Or a person who get caught in the moment. If you're not my aunt, she's not really my aunt, but she might as well be because she my grandmother's peer. She said the day you stop learning is the day you die. Be a student of the game.
Yeah.
Continuously learn. That's what's gonna keep you fresh. The wheels keep turning. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. And that's what anything you're doing, not just
That's what anything you're doing. The cars we see now is not the cars from the beginning.
No.
Somebody had to keep learning and keep trying to push the envelope for us to ride these Bentegas.
Yeah.
You feel what I'm saying? Or else we'd be still in that single engine.
Yeah, that Model T.
Yeah, we'd still be horse trotting down 11 Mile.
Yes. Yeah, no, we gotta keep it going.
You gotta be a student of the game. Keep learning and keep advancing the cause. If you not learning, you stuck. You in the time bubble. You warped. You
And keep reinventing. Yeah. So I want to go to one last thing because we were talking earlier, and something that stuck out to me was when we talked about like when you really, really made this decision to like go all in, right? And as we talk about like evolving, staying fresh, learning in the game, right? In the game, what am I talking about? In the music industry, y'all said the game, I'll say that. But it's like, you know, there's this fear, you know, that like these things, you've been at it for a very, very long time, but there's this fear of like, I can't just start and get going. It just seems so cumbersome. Right. And as we were talking, like, obviously I've been watching you do music for a very, very long time, but you were telling me like over the last few years, you kicked it into high gear. Yeah. So I really, really want you to share more about that. Cause I feel like so many people, myself included, look at the mountain of their dream and say like, man, I don't even got it like that no more. Let me just chill. Right. And they want to wrap it up, but look at how far you've come, you know, in this time.
It's too lofty.
Too lofty.
You're too lofty with your plan. You even if the goal is to climb the mountain, it always start with the first step. You always start on the ground.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? If you pay too much attention to how high you going.
Yeah.
You get scared. You see how far it get tricky then. Like, nah, I can't go no further.
Yeah.
Keep your head down. Keep moving forward. By the time you look up, you'll be closer to success than you ever been. And it's one step at a time with your head down.
Yeah.
Boom, 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 and just keep trekking forward.
Yeah.
It's way less scary when you just looking where your feet land, paying attention to where you are presently, as opposed to how high you got to go to get there. Just keep trekking.
Yeah.
Keep moving forward. And eventually, you know, it started off with them baby steps. Eventually, it turned into a long stride.
Yeah.
Boom. Like, these steps getting longer now. Yeah, you starting to see some traction.
Yeah.
Hold on. Now, it's a light jog. Okay. Hold on. I'm catching my breath. Now we full sprint. You know what I'm saying? And you look up and you doing what you said you would do with the people you said you'd do it with, how you wanted to do it.
Yeah.
But it all started with your head down, taking one step at a time.
Yeah.
I little landmarks. Like, I remember when I would make a song and barely get 50 listens out of it. You know what I'm saying? Then I would get 10,000.
Yeah.
20,000.
Yeah.
If I started off thinking about the million,
you wouldn't have ever started.
It'd have felt, I'd have seen that first 50 and been like,
yeah.
But I seen that first 50 and was just like, how can I make 50, 51? How can I make 51, 100? And taking those little bitty steps, boom, boom. Next thing you know, you'd have made a mountain out of molehill.
Wow. Whew. Dave. I'm telling you, I am so inspired by your journey. And honestly, you say this thing like necessity. Tell me the quote again. So I can get tattooed.
Nothing happens outside of necessity.
Nothing happens outside of necessity. I'm taking that one. But also consistency and dedication and intention, you know, just knowing where you want it to go, having a clear vision of what you want it to see, and every day laying a brick towards that, and everything that you do being towards that. So it makes total sense, you know, how far you've come. And it's really a good like strategy and lesson, to know, like, deal with intention. You know what I'm saying? Don't just do random things, because you could have done a lot of things. You can be like, well, I'm gonna just, you know, move. I'm gonna da-da-da-da. Like, I'm gonna, you know, and chase different, you know, rabbits. But the fact that you've built this with intention, is really beautiful to see. It makes total sense, how you are climbing. And I am so inspired. I know so many people are going to be inspired from listening to your story and just from seeing your story. When we look towards the future, right? What do you hope the next 10 years looks like, for you? And it doesn't have to be anything specific. Whatever you want. Maybe it's just health.
They say, pay in full. He said 10 years, more like 10 days.
Okay, yeah.
I'm trying to get right there.
You're trying to get okay. Got it.
So in 10 years, I'll just describe what success is like. 10 years for me. Where I view myself.
Mm-hmm.
In 10 years, I will have had a long-standing, successful music career. I'm still creating the music that I like, but my actual barometer of success is how I improve the livelihoods of those around me.
Yeah.
In 10 years, where my mama gonna be? Where my father gonna be?
Yeah.
How are my kids gonna be positioned in their education? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like that's what I really care. In 10 years, my oldest should be traveling off to somebody's university.
Yeah.
University of his choosing.
Yeah.
Not the one that I'm just hoping he get a scholarship for, so I don't got to foot the bill for it.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna cover his bet. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I got you. Go ahead. You know what I'm saying? Take them gambles, take that risk. Fail fast. The biggest thing that I've learned as a parent is fail fast.
Yeah.
Let them kids fail fast, because if you don't let them fail fast, they hurt themselves later, and you're there to help them pick themselves up. So boom, how well have I fostered the growth of my kids? How high have I put my family?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That's
beautiful.
That's what I'm looking forward to as it pertains to success. The music gonna do what it do, because I'm gonna do music. Mm-hmm. I'm less concerned about how that's gonna go.
Yeah.
I just need to make sure in pursuit of doing what I wanted to do for myself, that it renders the results that I wanted it to for all of anything and everything that I call mine.
I love that your biggest goal is outside of the music. Because like you said, like you never want to tether your happiness to those things, because those are metrics and they're kind of man determined. So the fact that you have that clarity is like so beautiful. And I think that's how we all should lead our lives. In closing, Dave, what more can we expect? Obviously, music is coming all of the time. How can we stay locked in with you? How can we get in your close friends? For those of us that want more, when are we getting the BTS? Let us know.
It's all forming.
Okay.
But basically, I'm Dave Hill.
Yeah.
My name is Dave Hill. That's my government name. Well, this is close to my government name. You feel what I'm saying? But for all intents and purposes, I'm Dave Hill. I'm down in my father's name. My father, Dave Hill. My grandfather, Dave Hill. I'm Dave Hill something. But you'll get that later.
Yep.
But it's
Detroit Dave Hill on all social media platforms.
Detroit Dave Hill on all social media platforms. Just Dave Hill on all of your streaming services. And just tap in and come along for the journey. You'll like the music, but I'm a hell of a man.
Yes.
Outside of it.
As
So
we know.
just come in and, enjoy yourself. Come in, sit down, don't break nothing.
Take a jacket off.
Yeah, get comfortable.
Yep, get a drink. We're going to be here for a minute. Okay. Well, Dave, this has been a wonderful conversation. As I knew it would be. I knew you had so many gems to drop, and I thank you for dropping them for us and sharing this for our audience. I just really, really appreciate you taking the time to do this. It means a ton to me personally. So I've learned so much. I will be hitting you up for one or two things. But thank you so much for being a part of this episode. And that is all for today. Thanks for tuning in.
That can't be it.
No, you got more?
Ain't.
Oh, wait, you got more.
Thank you for choosing me. Thank you for keeping your eyes on my progress, because you could have lost sight of me many moons ago. We've been out of high school for many moons.
Yes.
Being able to come in here and still have insight on the progress that I'm making in life is amazing to me. It said something and said something to you and your character. Thank you for choosing me.
Yeah.
And I'm more than happy to be a person to share this space with you.
Thank you so much, Dave. That means a ton. Wow. Okay. Thank you. First guest to do that. I appreciate it. Please stay tapped in with Dave. Stay tapped in with us, and we will be seeing you on the next episode of the Grad Connect. So thank you. Bye.